hoàn toàn khác, bắt đầu từ âm thanh của sự sống nhỏ bé. Feathers brushed against the rafters in a quiet winter sweep, rustling soft above my head. And the birds inside the aviary shifted, slow within their shed. Tiny hearts beat through the silence, like a hushed and holy drum, as if heaven breathed a whisper saying, Christmas time has come. I was mending wooden perches, with my hands rough from the cold, when a finch with snowy markings perched upon my knuckle bone, and the warmth within her presence cut the frost upon my chest. Something gentle told me mercy made a nest. Kom tro, nie baby born. In the flutter of their breathing and the wind that hummed along, grace began to build a rhythm, like a quiet ancient song.
Tao hình ảnh hoàn toàn mới. Every airy dawn, grace rising in the cold, teaching hearts to be consoled, where the frail and winter weary find a warmth they once controlled.
In the shimmer of the snowlight, when the morning sky unfolds, hope grows gentle, soft and bold again. The airy dawn grace carried by the wings, lifting life in fragile things, where the hush of God's own kindness through the winter daylight sings. In the quiet of this refuge, as the Christmas morning rings, love begins to find its springs within. Có chuyện mới người chăm sóc chiều. A traveler reached my doorway with a coat of tattered blue, asked if he could warm his fingers and repair a wound or two. In his hands he held a sparrow with a wing bent from the storm, saying she fell along the ridges. Can you help her fly again? I placed the bird upon my table, wrapped her feathered form with care, and the way the traveler watched her felt like someone giving prayer. Then he whispered, Sir, your kindness is the warmth I hope to find for the cold has pressed too deeply on my mind.
Come, don't lying ankle in the meeting of our burdens and the healing in our touch. I felt something long forgotten shift inside me, soft as such. Kouch come up like Oriori dawn, gray shining through the frost, counting nothing as a cost. Where the broken wings of winter find the strength they thought they'd lost, in the hush of prayerful mending, when our weary hearts exhaust, faith reminds us we're not tossed alone. Every bird inside the rafters lifted songs both low and clear, while the morning warmed the frost lines like a promise drawing near.
And the traveler softly murmured, "This is more than I could see. Christ has met a heart like me today." Nói tâm người kể chuyện thay đổi. I remembered it. Mở đầu bằng hành động và nhóm người, không phải cảnh thinh. Hot air oven was moving slowly down a frozen country road, carrying candles wrapped in cloth, and the wagons swayed like cradles as they rolled across the frost. Children whispered in their blankets, humming songs of Christmas cheer, while the elders kept on smiling as the moonlight drew us near. A young girl passed a lantern forward, said, "Hold this for a moment, friend." And the glow she shared so gently felt like something meant to mend. I had joined the ride in silence, but that simple shining face pulled a warmth into my spirit I couldn't trace. Under the head went one mine.
In the trembling light she offered all my worn out worries eased, like the quiet grace of heaven moving soft through winter's breeze.
Không dừng lại bất kỳ câu chúc cô, caravan of quiet grace rolling through the night, carrying little sparks of light, where the stories of the broken find a place to rise inside. Every gift and every whisper shifts the heart from wrong to right. Peace keeps traveling with us down this
melting darkness from inside, where the singing of the children turns the cold to something kind. In that simple, sacred motion, love becomes our winter guide. Hope keeps riding by our side.
A widow shared a knitted shawl for one child shivering in the cold, while a farmer passed an orange like a treasure made of gold. Someone played a small harmonica, soft and trembling through the breeze, and the tune held all the memories that our hearts could barely keep. I asked why folks were traveling even though the storms were near. An old man answered softly, "Son, we bring comfort where there's fear. Not because we're strong or mighty, no. We're carrying what we've known. Grace that once was given is meant to be passed on." In the swaying of the wagons and the rhythm of the ride, I felt mercy stretching gently in the corners of my pride. A caravan of quiet grace, crossing fields of white, turning weakness into might, where the wounded learn that gentleness has power deep and bright. In the glow of lantern angels hanging softly through the night, faith keeps breathing back its light down this road.
Caravan of quiet grace, moving heart to heart, offering every soul a start, where the long forgotten burdens slowly pull themselves apart. In the sway of creaking timber, something new begins to spark. Love keeps rising in the dark.
Kakahingain kong zunglay, motifs nui ozerm Bethlehem. Then the snowfall turned to silver as it fell across the teens, and the horses lifted proudly as the lanterns cast their beams. Not a miracle of thunder, not a chord
biệt, không phải nhân vật, không phải chuyển động. From the windows of the clock tower poured a golden line of light, and the choir inside was rising like a river through the night. Every note crawled down the brickwork till it touched the snowy square, where the people stood in silence as if time was folded there. A young boy in woolen mittens tilted up his quiet face, said, "I think they're warming heaven with their singing in this place." And the words he spoke so softly held a truth that I could feel. Something deep began to loosen, slow and real. Không lặp motif cool in the tremble of their voices and the clock's unending beat. Grace began to move like footsteps through the cold below my feet. Shining everywhere. In the quiet gather there. Clock tower, hallelujah, filling hearts with light, pulling shadows into sight, where the melodies of mercy turn the darkness into bright. Inside the upper chamber sat a woman worn with years, holding steady to her hymn book through a storm of buried fears. She had sung through countless winters, but this season held a weight. Still she turned each fragile page as if grace was lying straight. The conductor tapped the railing, gave a nod for all to rise, and the first chord felt like sunlight breaking open tired skies. Every trembling note they offered seemed to mend the echoes past, till the grief within my chest broke at last. Shed noitam, komtum like ochukor, in the ringing of the brass bells and the timbre of the tune. I felt mercy knit the shadows where my heart had been too soon. On like God is drawing near. hope in hidden seams. In that winter song of healing, peace is stronger than it seems. Love is mending all the things we bear. Hình ảnh pha cây không Bethlehem, không đường tuyết, không river motif. Then the gears inside the tower shifted slow with warming tone, and the choir reached a chorus that felt forged of polished stone. Not a miracle of thunder, not a vision bold and grand, just the harmony of humans lifting burdens where they stand. A child near me whispered softly, I can feel it in my chest. Every voice up in that tower sounds like God is giving rest. And the glow across his small face made the cold air nearly shine, as if heaven dipped its finger into time. Turn lối đâm chuyến horn turn my. I remembered years of silence when my prayers felt thin and weak, when December held a sorrow that I never dared to speak. But the sound inside that tower moved like healing through my frame, calling out the parts of me I'd been too frightened to reclaim. So I lifted up my breathing, letting weight fall into snow. Mơ đâu băng hình ảnh ánh nến phản chiếu trên sông băng. Candles shimmered on the glacier like a river made of gold. Slow beneath the stars, and the villagers moved gently past the frozen reservoir. Every flame held quiet meaning for a story, name, or tear, as if heaven bent to listen to their whispers year by year. I arrived with boots still shaken from a journey long and cold, but the sight of all those candles made my tired breath unfold. For the glow that reached the tree line felt like mercy bending low. Something ancient told my spirit how to grow. Never in the glow of icy lanterns and the footsteps soft and slow, grace began to warm the places I had kept beneath the snow. Một hình ảnh mây chất lấp glacier candle, mercy shining through the frost, counting nothing as a cost. Where the sorrowed hearts of winter find the hope they feared was lost, in the shimmer of reflection on the blue depths coldly tossed, faith begins to melt the cost again. Glacier candle, mercy carried in the hands, lighting life in frozen lands, where the hush of God's compassion meets the fears it understands in that solemn Drawn by gentle pilgrim bands, love begins to shape new plans within. A widow placed her lantern near a stone of ancient gray, saying softly, "For my husband, he went home one Christmas day." And her smile held both the aching and the healing time can bring, like a tremor made of memory held within a wedding ring. Beside her knelt a young man with a child asleep in tow, lighting candles for a brother lost beneath last winter's snow. But the gentleness he offered as he wrapped his daughter's hands felt like God was touching her through mortal strands. May humlapko chuko. In the trembling of their stories and the echoes of their past, I felt shadows on my shoulders lift and fade away at last. Glacier candle mercy singing through the night, pulling darkness into light, where the voices of the grieving find a softer second sight. In the frost-kissed air around us, with its blue and silver white, faith grows gentle in its fight for hope. Glacier candle mercy glowing down each road, teaching broken hearts to grow, where the breath of holy stillness meets the whisper of the snow. Sacred vigil only heaven's watchers know. Love begins to overflow. And then the glacier sighed beneath us with a deep and hollow tone, like creation's ancient worship rising from its icy throne. Every candle flickered upward as the sound moved through the land, as if God was gently speaking under sand. The villagers stood silent, letting stillness have its claim, till a child began a carol, softly whispering Christ's name. And the echo crossed the valley with a warmth no flame could cast, melting griefs from winter's past like dew. In my song, but this glacier full of lanterns and its people brave and kind drew a flame into the chambers of my mind. So I breathed a vow of courage as the candle met the air, letting mercy thaw the heartache that had settled frozen there.
huck's absurd. As the dawn slid up the mountain,
I was logging weather readings in a tower built of pine, marking numbers by the lamp. When the radio beside me gave a static winter stamp, through the crackle came faint voices, soft in holiday air, saying we're heading to your lookout. Don't you spend this night up there. I glanced out toward the valley where the snow lay still and deep, feeling something stir inside me that I'd buried half asleep. For the forest felt unbroken under stars that hung like glass, and I sensed that something sacred stirred at last. Comb-lap motif cool in the sway of tall old treetops and the whistle of the breeze. Grace began to form a quiet settling inside of me with ease. Look out, pines of grace rising through the night, holding beacons in their height, where the watchers of the forest learn to see with clearer sight. In the hum of distant voices floating soft through winter light, hope begins to feel bright again. Look out, pines of grace, bending with the cold, guarding stories still untold, where the echoes of our burdens meet a peace both strong and old. In that tower over tree lights, faith is threaded through the hole. Love begins to shape the mold we bear. Then the first friend reached the staircase with a basket full of bread, saying, working Christmas evening needs a feast of warmth instead. Another climbed with blankets and a lantern trimmed with red, while a small girl traced her fingers on the frost where moonlight bled. Soon the lookout felt like family gathered high above the land, and they asked me for a story while they held echoing our song, telling wandering hearts they're strong. Where the hush of winter's timber feels like healing all along. In that high and humble tower, love rewrites what once felt wrong. Peace returns and stays lifelong in Then the wind began to whisper through the stairs beneath our feet, and the lantern by the railing threw its warmth across the sleet. Suddenly the force Mà bằng không khí ga đâu không giống bất kỳ bài nào trước. The midnight train was running late across the snowy ridge, whistling low beyond the hill, and the platform lights were flickering as the passengers stood still. Some were holding paper parcels, others letters wrapped in twine, while an old man clutched a thermos steaming soft with Christmas pine. I sat near the wooden benches with my guitar across my knees, letting notes drift like a prayer caught inside the winter breeze. Every chord felt like a candle guiding souls through silent fear. Something gentle told me mercy stood near. Không lặp to live in the hush of steel and timber, in the breath of waiting crowds. Grace began to warm the spaces where my heart had once been clouded. Midnight train, mercy rolling through the cold, carrying stories young and old. Where the weary and the wandering find a hand they long to hold. In the glow of station lanterns shining soft like polished gold, hope begins to be retold again. Midnight train, mercy humming down the track, calling lost hearts gently back. Where the echoes of forgiveness hold the world we thought would crack. In that quiet Christmas moment when the crowds begin to pack, love becomes the thing we lack no more. his mother's catching sunrise from a far-off mountain dune, and the brightness in his small eyes cut the winter in my chest like a lantern showing pathways to what's blessed. Lighting up each inner spark, where the grace of God finds shelter in a station small and stark, in that cold December waiting, where our stories leave their mark. Love becomes the truest arc we chase. I recall the nights of drifting, where my faith was thin and worn, when the darkness felt like iron pressed against a soul forlorn. But these faces in the station, with their hope not fully grown, made me see that God restores what seemed gone. So I breathed a vow of gratitude for the journey yet to start, and I felt a quiet thumping that belonged to my own heart. When the train pulled from the platform and the town fell small behind, every window shone with mercy, for the stories intertwined. The musician tuned his trumpet till a soft note filled the car, and the boy pressed to the glass, seeking any Christmas star. The woman with the photo folded hands and closed her eyes, letting peace descend upon her as the engine split the skies. And I played a gentle chorus for the ones who rode that night, feeling grace become the rail beneath our flight. Không lap mori, không câu chúc cô. Mở đầu bằng một sự kiện không phải cảnh tình. The train slowed down abruptly in the middle of the fields, and the passengers looked sideways, asking what the moment revealed. The conductor cleared his glasses with a grin both shy and kind, said the ice has kissed the rail again, we'll pause and rest our minds. Someone opened up their thermos, steam escaped in gentle rings, and a mother hummed a carol soft as flutter of bird wings. Then the old conductor chuckled as he lifted his music box, letting tiny chimes of Christmas break the frost. In the hum of breaking stillness, as the winter evening lay, something warm began to gather in the hearts along the way. Midwinter train light warming frozen years, softening forgotten fears, where the voices rising upward ring like hymns the heart reveres. In the glow of burning cedar, love appears through misted tears. Faith is quiet, but it steers away. Midwinter train light shining on our hands, where the unexpected stands, where a single halted moment shifts a life like moving sands. In the laughter by the hillside, joy returns without demands. Hope begins its quiet plans again. Maar vrouw onko train không lap more tip caravan. A young man with a violin tuned its strings beside the track, played a melody so tender all our breathing drifted back. A woman shared her gingerbread, passing crumbs with open cheer, while an elder told a story of her first December here. Kids began to chase the snowflakes as they fell in crooked lines, and the father of the quiet boy lifted him so he could shine, catching flakes upon his mittens, laughing soft despite the freeze, till the air felt full of gentle memories. Không lấp câu chữ của các bài trước, in that circle by the rail car, where the fire began to glow. I felt mercy gently pulling threads of heaviness below. Midwinter train light warming frozen years, softening forgotten fears, where the voices rising upward ring like hymns the heart reveres. In the glow of burning cedar, and the conductor wound the music box, and the tune danced through the air, casting tiny bits of starlight in a way beyond compare. Not a choir from the heavens, not a vision bold and bright, just a fragile song reminding us that mercy shapes the night. And he whispered to the people, every halt has hidden word, even pauses on the journey teach the soul its weight and birth. As the melody kept rising through the drifting winter smoke, something deep inside my chest finally broke. Mơ đâu bằng hành động, không dùng kind thing. Omarin wiped the dust away from boxes on the shelf, humming soft between the beams, sorting gifts she'd saved from last year for the kids with Christmas dreams. She looked up when I stepped inward, pulling snow off from my coat, smiled and said, "You're just in time, we've got hope we need to tote." She handed me a faded ribbon, bright with patterns worn and thin, said, "Tie this around the apple's win." And I found myself responding like a child without defense, feeling warmth break through my thoughts, bright and dense. In the hush inside that orchard, where the winter clung to beams, something stirred like hidden sunlight, breaking through December's seams. Orchard born, mercy shining through the cold, turning humble hearts to gold, where the simple acts of kindness show a story still untold. In the glow of dusty rafters, where the air grows warm and bold, grace is circling through the fold tonight. Oh, grace is circling through the fold in that quiet Christmas hold. Orchard barn, mercy blooming in the frost, lifting souls that once felt lost, where the laughter of the children makes the bitter winds feel soft. In that ancient wooden shelter, every burden knows its cost. Love redeems what winter tossed away. Câu chuyện sâu hơn không lặp được các bài trước. Marin open jars of cider, sweet from autumn long ago, said these apples grew on branches that now slumber under snow. Then she brushed the frost from benches that the children used to share. And her eyes grew bright, remembering all the songs they used to bear. Some kids won't have stockings ready, some won't hear a lullaby. So we build small sparks of comfort to help lift their spirits high. Every hand that joins this labor makes the season feel alive. Grace multiplies in hearts when we give instead of strife. In the scent of apple sweetness and the echo of her tune, I felt mercy weave around me like soft threads of afternoon. As the branches bowed in prayer, and the barn door, old and weathered, sang a low hymn through the air. Jars of cider glowed like amber in the lantern's trembling shade, as if heaven whispered gently over everything we made. Marin placed a small wool blanket in the basket near the wall, said a child will sleep much warmer when this kindness starts to fall. In her face I saw the radiance of a faith that doesn't shout, but grows quiet, steadfast, gentle from the inside, moving out. Noi tâm truyền mình giờ đẹp. I remembered all the winters when I feared I had no part, standing outside holy moments with a trembling, fractured heart. But her steady hands and humming pulled me close without demand, till I felt alive. She placed gifts in my hand, and I breathed the scent of cedar mixing warm with apple peel. Suddenly the cold inside me found a way to start to heal. Không kết bằng footprint. Mở đầu âm thanh nhân phong đồng, không phải cách nhân vật đơn. Voices rose like drifting sand across the quiet winter plain. circle round a desert fire, and the outpost glowed like ember as we watched the sparks climb higher. Nomads wrapped in woven blankets sang a hymn in foreign tones, while a pilgrim stirred the cedar near the circle made of stones. Someone passed a jar of nectar brewed from roots beneath the dunes, said we drink to keep the spirit warm beneath the silver moons. And I found myself surrounded by a kindness strange and deep. Something ancient, soft and holy stirred my sleep. Lead the rhythm of their chanting and the flicker of the flame. Grace began to draw quiet through the corners of my shame. Không lấp bất kỳ công thức nào của 1990 bài trước. Outpost star mercy rising through the sand, lifting hearts to understand where the weary desert travelers find a home in God's kind hand. In the glow of fragile firelight on the edges of the land, hope begins to gently stand again. Outpost star mercy threading through the cold, turning stories into gold, where the lost and silent wanderers finally see their truth unfold. In that vast and sacred stillness where the drifting winds grow bold, love redeems what once felt old within. Gå trinn sama hoàn toàn mới. A shepherd from the eastern ridge told a tale of frozen nights, of a lamb he nearly lost once, till a star restored his sight. Not a miracle of thunder, not a vision loud or bright, just a glow along the ridgeline, pulling darkness into light. A wandering scribe beside him read a letter from afar, penned by someone seeking mercy for a wound without a scar. As the words poured from the parchment like a river, clean and slow, every face around the fire seemed to glow. Không lấp lại từng ước quen thuộc in the shimmer of that night wind, and the story softly shared. I felt layers of my sorrow loosen in the warmth we bared. sa maki diệu, không lập một thiệp Giáng sinh thông thường. Then the dunes began to shimmer as the North Star climbed the sky, casting ribbons made of silver where the wind was passing by. And the outpost seemed to tremble like a string pulled overhead, not with fear but revelation softly spread. A youth raised up his lantern made of ceramic cracked and worn, saying even broken vessels carry light on Christmas morn. And the flame inside that lantern shone through every line of clay, like redemption finding paths its own way. Không lập một thì không tonight, không bells, outpost star mercy shining in the dawn, helping tired hearts carry on with the strength of simple kindness, turns a fragile soul to strong in the warmth of shared belonging. When the night at last is gone, hope awakens with the song within. Outpost star mercy stretching through the years to light every hidden. Mở đầu bằng một hành động chung, không lặp lại motifs now. We push the wooden boats away from quiet snowy banks, lanterns to the sky, and the river caught our shimmer as it carried us nearby. Children wrapped in woolen blankets leaned to hear the first guitar, while the elders struck a matchstick that lit candles from afar. The water rippled softly under starlight calm and clear, and someone whispered gently, "Let the carols lead us here." So we drifted down the current with the music warm and slow, letting Christmas find its rhythm on the floor. Không tung lại câu chúc quen thuộc in the hush between our voices and the river's silver gleam. Grace began to weave its warmth through the edges of the stream. On thoáng mãi về hình ảnh và nhịp điệu, river lantern carol rising on the tide, lifting, keeping pace. Mercy brightens every face we see. A woman with a broken past held her lantern to the waves. Said she used to fear December for the memories it gave, but the floating lights before her made her tears reflect like gold, and she breathed a trembling laughter as her heavy thoughts unrolled. An elderly musician plucked a tune of long ago, one he wrote for Christmas mornings in a village lost to snow. And the melody he offered made the river seem to hum, pulling all our fragile stories into one. Lenkam suklenkau. In the mingling of our heartbeats and the music drifting free, I felt mercy pull the shadows from the quiet parts of me. Komlaplai iwakotu, river lantern carol glowing through the cold, mending what we couldn't hold. Where the kindness of the moment turns the timid into bold. In the shimmer of reflection, stories start to be retold. Faith steps forward bright and old as light. River lantern carol sweeping through the reeds, filling unspoken needs. Where the gentle sway of water plants 1,000 hopeful seeds. In the hush of winter's evening, every tender heart concedes love is present in our deeds tonight. Love is present in our deeds. In this calm where mercy leads, thou hingain kakbit hointoin. As our lanterns drifted outward like a trail of fallen stars, all the ripples drew a pathway stretching soft through midnight scars. It was quiet, not triumphant, just emotion deep and slow. Yet it felt like heaven's whisper, learning how to touch the flow. One small child began a chorus, barely loud enough to rise, but the sound grew warm with others till it lifted to the skies. And the way their voices blended seemed to mend the river's pain, like the world exhaled again. Komlaplai ending by cat. River lantern carol guiding weary hearts, where our gentle healing starts, where the drifting light of kindness moves like mercy through